on, 4th of July 2016, a day I think a lot of people around Oklahoma City and around the NBA and sports are going to remember, because Kevin Durant left the Oklahoma City Thunder on his way to the Golden State Warriors. And I described it at the top. I think it fits. Oklahoma City is it is heartbroken and beaten down. It is a strange thing to imagine life without Kevin Durant.
It's all we've ever known.
Yeah.
I covered him every single year he's been here. I covered him his freshman year at Texas. So it's a shocking day. It's a traumatic day. And just think back, just 2 months ago, they're up 3-1 on the Warriors.
Unbelievable.
Even though they lost that series, people were saying the Thunder had the better team. Now Kevin's leaving this team in Oklahoma City to go play for the Warriors. It's still shocking even right now.
Thunder GM Sam Presti had an impromptu availability earlier tonight. Here's a little bit of that.
None of us are under the illusion that Kevin Durant, would be here forever. We understand that this is a business and he has to do what he feels is best for him. But we also understand that part of the NBA and part of sports in general is change. What he represented for the city was something larger than basketball. I think that he arrived at a time where the city was also, on an upward trajectory. A 20-year-old, young man in an aspirational city. And we need to recognize what exactly took place here over the last 8 years and recognize it and celebrate it. They should feel thankful, grateful. They should I can't tell them not to be disappointed. But the one thing I would also say is, the city should be incredibly proud of what they've helped create for the Thunder. It's not possible without that. And they need to carry that on. They need to carry on the spirit and the fight and the grit, because that was here before the Thunder. That was here before the Thunder. That spirit, that ability to continue to press forward, that's in the water here.
Sam Presti obviously trying to talk Thunder fans into not being quite as disappointed, and certainly said a lot of great things about Kevin Durant, who released his statement via the Players Tribune earlier today. He said, "I'll miss Oklahoma City and the role I have had in building this remarkable team. I will forever cherish the relationships within the organization, the friends and teammates that I went to war with on the court for 9 years, and all of the fans and people of the community. They have always had my back unconditionally, and I cannot be more grateful for what they have meant to my family and to me." It's unprecedented, Carson. A 27-year-old superstar leaving a loaded team, ready to take the next step potentially and try to win an NBA championship. And for everything that Kevin has been, to be 27 years old on that loaded team, what it says to me leaving to go to the Golden State Warriors is he said he's not good enough to win an NBA championship as the best player. And so he's going to go play on Steph Curry's team.
You're right. It is unprecedented. We've never seen back-to-back MVPs be teammates.
Right.
And they're both under the age of 30. And I'm with you. The thing that sticks with me most about this entire situation is he didn't have to go to Golden State to win a title. He took the easy way out for me. His team was good enough to win a title. And if you look back on that series against the Warriors, the role players delivered. Steven Adams had a great series. Andre Robertson had a great series. Serge Ibaka lit it up from three when Kevin was not. Kevin shot 28%. Kevin wasn't good enough. The team was. And that's the reason I'm so shocked that he left to go to the Warriors.
His last home game as a member of the Oklahoma City Thunder, they lost Game 6 of the Western Conference Finals, in large part because Kevin Durant shot 10 of 31, and they lost a 3-1 series lead.
And obviously losing Kevin is shocking and it hurts. What's even worse, the Thunder get nothing.
Yeah.
They get zilch for Kevin Durant, their franchise player. That has to hurt Sam Presti the most of all. Obviously, you lose a foundational player, the face of the franchise, but losing him for nothing will set this franchise back for quite some time.
We're seeing Russell Westbrook here. That's the biggest question now. He'll be an unrestricted free agent at the end of next season. So we could go through all of this again. Or do the Thunder look to trade him, which I know they don't want to do. Those guys don't grow on trees.
They don't.
But what do? You can't risk losing him. So where do the Thunder go from here?
Their hands are tied.
Yeah.
Because you can't trade him. I mean, theoretically you can't, but their hands are really tied here because you don't want to go through the exact same situation they just went through. They just lost Kevin Durant for squadoosh, as you like to say. But I think you have to play this out, play the season out, and then if it gets time to the trade deadline and they really pick his brain, really have got a feel for how the season's going, Then you have to look at trading him and maybe revamping the franchise with some draft picks. That's the bright side. The one thing we do know about this franchise and Sam Presti, he drafts very well. So if they're able to get some picks for Russell, if the worst case scenario happens and they have to trade him, I think Sam will make good on that trade.
The thing about them, they're probably good enough to maybe get in the playoffs without Kevin Durant.
They are.
Their title hopes, obviously, they are over, and they'll have to try to figure out if they can get another superstar in here, wheeling and dealing, if they can keep Russell Westbrook. There are a lot of question marks today, but Kevin Durant, he's not going to play for the Oklahoma City Thunder. How weird is that?
It doesn't sound real, but it's the new reality for the Oklahoma City Thunder.